Hey everyone, welcome to the required boss fight, Laxasia the Complete, in the game Lies of P. I'm gonna be straight with you. I one-shot this boss, felt great, so I'm gonna give you the best tips I possibly can to get this boss down as well. Let's get into it, shall we? With that opening cutscene, let's go! Laxasia is basically just Brienne of Tarth. Let's not kid ourselves here. She has her loyalties standing firmly with Sir Manus and will stand in way of you to get to that tower. But before we get to that tower, we gotta beat her. There is the option to Spectre Summon for this fight. It is definitely beneficial to do so, as they will take a bunch of damage due to that for you. The recommended weapon for this fight is the bone cutting saw. It's been the recommended weapon this entire time throughout the game. I've not used it once. I'm using the puppet ripper because I love the puppet ripper. It's so much fun. Also recommended items are the blue guardianship amulet, the dancing ones amulet, and the perfect grindstone. Blue guardianship amulet allows you to have an increase of max HP, stamina, and legion. I think that's more or less just for the survivability of the fight. Dancing one's amulet enables dodging even with low stamina, and the perfection grindstone temporarily activates perfect guard when guarding. I do believe I did have this one on. It is super busted and overpowered. If I had to recommend a couple P organs for you to use, it would definitely be adding amulet slots, so that way you can make sure you have these two things on, and the link dodge as well. Laxasia's moveset is a 360 charged attack, and you want to make sure you back away from that. She does a big sword surrounding sweep. It can hit you even if they're aggroed by the Spectre. Also, the uppercut swing. There's a bunch of different stabs in there with a kick stab. And then she does a lot of electric-based attacks that you want to watch out for. The main one is a charge swing and the electric path. With the swing, you can, after you see the attack once, you'll be able to see what areas to avoid, but it all comes in time. And then the electric path, you want to avoid her path until the action is complete to make sure you reposition. Other than some normal swinging, the first phase should be really easy once you start to get the process of it all as well. In the first phase as well, you can break her shield if you land enough hits. And then if you perfect guard the shield related attacks in the first phase, it can break. Uniquely though, breaking her sword does not change the moveset or alter the weapon, but it will end the first phase. Going into the second phase here, it's very similar to the first phase. She's just a lot faster, and she does this really cool move in the air with this electrical blast. You do have to run out of range since this will affect everywheres. Wait for her to come back down, and then you should be able to run and attack. Other than everything else in the first move set here, there are these 4 different attacks, and there is that electrical bonus to them. So as mentioned, the blast. You also want to watch out for the dash as well. You can trace her path and follow her while keeping a distance to avoid the attack, which is nice. It's just running, less rolling. And then the last one is the storm, cloud, lightning attack. They form a cloud that repeatedly releases aimed lightning strikes. All you want to do is keep moving around, dodge or sidestep the bolts for the duration of the time. Other than that, it should be relatively easy. Like I said, I was very fortunate that I one-shot this boss. I don't know how I managed to do it, but it was done. Definitely the Spectre was super beneficial for this fight. It did make my life a lot easier, and my blood was definitely pumping for the entirety of this fight. She will have a full health bar once you get into the second phase, but some of her bigger electricity attacks will give you a window to deal these fatal attacks. And then watch out for whenever she does exhaust herself. Well, that is a very easy boss fight. Just kidding, by the way. From defeating Laxasia, you will receive the Sad Zealot's Ergo, which will give you a pretty cool weapon if you would like to use that. You'll also receive the achievement, the Complete one, and you can now traverse up to the penultimate boss of the game, Simon Manus. Until next time, folks, here we are.